What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another installment of the 3 to T series, where I'm attempting to play every single course within GSPro by playing 3 holes per course, mainly the 1st, the 9th, and the 18th. Unfortunately, right before I just started this one, I realized this is going to be my my 4th course of the day. I went inside just to go to the bathroom real quick before the previous one, and I took my mic off, and I realized that the mic was pretty far away when I just recorded the last one. So I'm going to have to take a look at the previous one I just did to see if I can maybe boost the audio and you can still hear me. Pretty unfortunate. There's always something that goes wrong here, but it is what it is. This one is another special one. I've already played this course a couple times, but the reason why we are playing Sanctuary in Sedalia, Colorado, course designer is Mashy. This one comes courtesy of not only the subscriber, but the member, Bogeyman Bill. Shout out to Bogeyman Bill for all the support you've shown the channel. He thought it would be a fun little challenge to play the course basically at full strength, as you will, basically the way that the designer had it. So we are playing, he does a lot of SGT rounds. We are playing this with full course altitude, which is set to 6,801 feet. And I also figured, might as well, I'm gonna be all over the place anyways, trying to adjust for the altitude. Figured I might as well turn the wind on too. Usually I don't have that. So the wind, I believe, was set to breezy. But usually I play, since I've had the score, I'm still testing it a little bit, but 2,500 feet on the altitude seems to be pretty good to where I can hit all my clubs if I'm hitting it halfway decent to get my stock yardages. So this one, up to 6,800 feet. The general rule of thumb is 1,000 feet. For every 1,000 feet, it's about 2% on the distance. So you either add or subtract it depending on what you're used to playing. So from 0 up to that, it's about 13.6% that I'll have to take off of these shots. So I'll have to factor in the wind, and considering I usually play at 2,500 feet, which is about 4%, I'll call it well, a little bit more than 4, like 4.5. But either way, I'm going to call it about 10%. So I'm going to take 10% less club for these shots, and then try to have to factor in the wind. But first hole, 9th hole, 18th, playing the furthest back tees, doing 5-foot gimme circles. Really disappointed. I figured I had to mention that because it's going to be on my brain now for the rest of today. The fact that I didn't have my mic onto my hat. Usually I have it clipped on to like a regular golf hat that I'm wearing, but because it's so cold out, 31 degrees today with a real feel at 27, I had the beanie on and seemingly forgot to clip it back on, which is unfortunate. But let's take a look at the first hole flyover. And while we're looking at that, part of the 3 to T series is whatever course is the most popular throughout the week. I come out and do a full 18-hole live stream. Kind of put that on pause a little bit since I've had the square, testing it out and doing those hole-in-one streams and whatnot. But I am going to get back into the swing of things and do some full 18-hole live streams to complete the 3 to T series the way I have it set up. But this should be interesting. So 581, par 5, down 83, plus we have basically the extra 10%, which is going to be another 58 on top of that. So we could be looking, if I hit this halfway decent, granted we're into the wind here, so usually when you're into the wind, it usually is 1% you take off, and if you're with the wind, so like a hurting wind is usually 1%, and if it's a helping wind, it's usually 0.5%. I'm going to have a lot of mental math, which is why I kind of waited to do this one towards the end, because I'm just going to kind of hit it versus boring you guys with all the math I'm going to do. I'm not expecting a very good score. I try to be even par usually through the 3 holes, which probably won't happen here. But all that to say, between the 83 yards of downslope plus the extra basically 10% of elevation, this could be a halfway decent, pretty long tee shot if I can get a hold of one here. But let's, I should probably aim first. That would help, considering this thing could possibly go like 350 plus. Still, I think I got some indoor swing syndrome going on with the driver, but we'll aim here, and we could possibly see 272 right there. I have my driver set to 265 average. We could see like 100 yards more than that with the altitude and the 83 yards of downslope. But let's put one out there. Hopefully, get off to a good start. .138, big draw. I tried to release my hands. This could be trouble. Bounce right. All right, 310. We got 306. If we caught the fairway there, that would have gone forever. But unfortunately, I've been leaving some of these to the right. I tried to 3.2 club path. I tried to release my hands and release the club a little bit better, and I hit a pretty sizable hook and or draw, depending on how you look at it, for 310 total. But 275 down 16, and then the extra 10%. I'm going to hit 3-wood. Could be too much club, but again, I don't usually do this. So this is kind of just like a fun little experiment to try a little challenge at the course altitude and the wind and everything else. 5-mile-an-hour wind. We'll see what we get out of here. It is on a downslope, but we're going to aim over here just because there's water, and hopefully get some decent club to ball contact with the 3-wood. Chunky, relatively straight though. That's not ideal. Oh, I didn't even look. What were we in? Were we in the deep rough probably? That's probably part of it too. I didn't even factor that in. I'm all out of sorts. Between the mic, the elevation, the wind. What did that come out as? My screen moves around a little bit. Yeah, that came out 78%. I know the left side's getting cut off, but it was 78% speed and 56% spin. I didn't even look at the lie. So good thing I hit 3-wood. I was saying it could be too much club. I was thinking I was in the fairway, which I was not. But leaves us with 79. Another downslope. It's down. We'll call that. It's like 2.5 yards into the wind. So you can probably negate some of that, and then the extra probably 10%, which is another 7. So I got to take that off as well. We'll call it 72. I'm gonna hit a 56. See if I can hit it close to like my 75-yard shot. Again, this is very much hit and hope, guesstimation type of shots here with all the different settings I have going. Kind of thin. 60. Go. Not a good shot. Not a good result. 13 yards. These won't matter as much, I don't think, with the altitude because it's only, I mean, even 10% on that, it's only a yard. So it is going to come out right, though. So we'll aim here. And we're out of the rough. Still into the wind a little bit. I don't know, 8 to 10 yards with the 60 degree. Hopefully. Go. Wow, how does that not drop? All right. Well, we judged that right. I hit it 9.8 from the square. That's one way to get a par. Was not expecting that. I'm going to be extremely, extremely, extremely surprised if we somehow get out of here, even through the 3 holes. But we'll take it. Decent start. Second hole, 9th hole, par 4, 337, up 18, 10-mile-an-hour wind from left to right. Let's see what we're working with the flyover. This is up there with all the elevation change. I really like this course. So this is up there, probably in my top 10 courses on GSPro. All right. Guess we'll go a little more in the middle. I don't really know what I have right now. I'm kind of all over the place. Hidden draws, hidden fades, hidden hooks, hidden slices. I do know it's 18 yards uphill, but considering you take into the fact the 10%, that's 30 yards. We're going to still get, I think, some help on this, but see if I can release my hands again. I don't mind that that draw if I can control it, but .140 ball speed. That tee went up into the ceiling, and then I heard it come back down somewhere over here. I think that was the tee. At least I hope it was. Otherwise, something broke. I think that was the tee, though. I think it went up and over, and I heard it hit. I don't know where that went. I would really like to get the those rubber tees to work or something similar to it, just so these regular tees don't go flying all over the place like they have been. I'll have to find that after, but I really hope that was the unless it hit this, maybe, I don't know. It was the yellow tee. It went somewhere. That either something broke or it was the tee that went flying up and came down somewhere. But what do we get out of that? 229, 140 ball speed. Yikes. We're in the deep rough. 126, up 7 with the wind and the deep rough and the elevation. What the heck am I going to hit? What do we got for a lie? 7.1 degrees right, and we're on an upslope. Jeez. And the pin's there. So we're going to have to go here. How do I even hit this remotely close? So, thanks a lot for this, Bill. I'm breaking my brain here trying to do all this math. 126, 133. I'm gonna hit a 9-iron. I'm gonna hit an 8-iron. I'm gonna hit a full 8. We're into a 6-mile-an-hour wind, 20% out of the deep rough, and then you get to take off the 10%. I don't know. I'm gonna hit a full 8. We'll see if this gets even close. You're lucky I like you, Bill. Hey, we guessed right. Decent. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm literally just kind of guessing and hoping that I'm in the ballpark. So between either hitting that decent, not so decent, guessing with the distance, we got it to work and we got 15 feet. So breaking a good amount, at least at the start of it. It kind of flans out at the end. So we'll go here, 15 feet. Let's try to cozy this up. Stop. Nope. I don't know what the green speeds were, but apparently I don't feel like I hit that very hard, but that rolled out a lot. All right. It's breaking at the ball right to left, but then at the cup it's breaking left to right. So I guess we just leave it. 7 feet. Huh. No read on square on that one. Could have been the Country Club Elite mat. It's not the best thing in the world to be putting off of. It's a little bit bumpy. Maybe that was a little bit outside of the zone that square liked. But I was thinking I should have saved this one for... All right, that's 2 in a row. What's going on here, square? Should have saved this one for a Garmin R10 round where I'm not putting. Take one of those elements out. Three in a row. What's going on here? Did we lose connection? Possibly. I've been seeing that happening. I've been tuning into some of Triple Bogey Golf's live streams, and when that's happened for him, he turns off the square, turns it back on, and resets the GSPro connector. Unfortunately, I don't know if these are just no reads for putts, or it would be a little bit easier to judge if I was hitting full swing shots and we got like 3 no reads in a row. I'll probably hit this maybe 2 or 3 more times, see if we can get it to read. If not, I'll probably have to reset things here. Things are going downhill quick as far as these... Oh, there we go. So I guess we are still connected. Things are going downhill quick as far as these videos go today. Between the last video, I literally recorded an entire video without having the mic on. So I'll have to see if I can salvage that. But, all right, bogey there. 1 over through 2. Third and final hole, 18th hole, par 4. 419 up 23. Be curious to see where that other tee ended up. It does seem like the square likes the regular tees better than my white rubber ones. Maybe I could find... I mean, the white driving range ones are pretty standard. Wonder if I can find maybe some black ones like that. I do really like those. The fact that you can just put them on top of the mat. All right, where are we going? Am I hitting a draw or am I hitting a fade? And it's a narrow fairway. I guess we'll leave it down the middle, and we'll decide as I'm about to make contact with the ball. Healy. Well, it's a low fade. Come off the hill. 141 ball speed. At least that tee didn't go flying. Pretty poor tee shot. 223. That's not good. And we still got 195, up 23, 10 mile an hour helping wind with the elevation out of the rough. 4 hybrid, I think, maybe. Let's try it. It's going to come out left. We'll aim here. Again, another guesstimation, hidden hope. Who knows if I'm swinging at these and trying to calculate these as if I'm making like perfect flush contact every time. I could get the exact yardage that I need and then still just chunk it, and it won't matter anyways. So. A little bit chunky, baby draw into the deep rough. All right. Maybe more than a little chunky. 31 out of the deep rough, up 5. So 36 and then another 6. Let's hit a 56 and try to hit it as close to like 50-ish, I think, as I can. And hopefully we guess right. Thin, but we're putting. Thinking about that last video, I may end up having just to scrap it all together and redo it. Even if I don't, the audio is going to sound terrible, so I feel bad for D.J. He's been waiting on that one. I may have to redo it anyways, but pretty unfortunate there. And we're hitting, what are we hitting? We're hitting 4 into a par 4. I was going to say unfortunate on this too, but there is a chance this goes in. Maybe it's going to snap more at the beginning than straighten out. Maybe here, 18 feet, down 5 inches. Oh! Burn the edge of the cup. Too much juice though. We'll try that. Oh, good speed. Didn't play enough break. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's take a look at this. That was interesting. That was something. Can't say I'm dying to do that again, considering I kind of just slapped it around with not knowing exactly where I wanted to hit it. But from Sanctuary in Sedalia, Colorado, course designer Mashi. This one was courtesy of subscriber and member. Shout out to Bill for all the support you showed in the channel. Bogeyman Bill, playing at full elevation, and I turned the wind on, and still trying to adjust here into the indoor swing syndrome. Bogeyman Bill, funny enough, outdoor Garmin R10 user. He has a video on his channel that showed his outdoor setup, which ended up being similar to mine. And I think I may have peer pressured him a little bit into getting a square and setting up an indoor simulator setup. So maybe by the time this video comes out, you can go check out Bogeyman Bill's channel and see if he definitely still has the outdoor setup, but maybe he'll have the a quick look at his indoor setup that we can see with the square and GSPro. So me and Bogeyman Bill kind of twinsies on some of this stuff. But from Sanctuary and Sedalia, we ended up with 3 over. So par on 1 somehow, bogey on 9, and we got a double on 18. Yikes. Take a look at the stats. 1 par, 1 bogey, 1 double bogey. We didn't hit any fairways, so there's no stats for drives or ball speeds. 3.3 feet. That's for the gimme circle, I believe, so that's not too bad, but the putting was pretty bad. 7 putts, 22 minutes on the gameplay, 1 out of 3 greens in regulation, 0 fairways. I think we're going to, I mean, I'm still going to post it, but so to speak, we're going to forget about this one and have some short-term memory. I'm going to I figured out the mic right before I started this one, so probably have to take a look. I'm going to play one more, whether I have to redo that one I just did or take a look at the audio and see if it's salvageable or not. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, shout out to Bogeyman Bill. If you have any other course requests or any kind of little bit of wonky requests, kind of like this, playing at full elevation with the wind and whatnot, Bogeyman Bill didn't mention the wind, but I figured might as well add it to it and toss that on there. But if you have any course requests, let me know the name of the course and the location down below, and just a little bit of background information and why you want me to play it. Whether it's a world famous kind of landmark course, it's a local course you play or used to play, or just a really cool fictional course that you stumble across, just let me know. But like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.